Hey guys. So I started doing my makeup and thought I pressed play or record, but I didn't. So I was like literally talking to myself. Like at least I can validate that I'm like, you guys may be listening to this, so I'm not technically talking to myself, but I was legit talking to myself earlier. I don't want to like wipe it all off and redo it because it was just primer and foundation. I used the Yensa primer. It is a glow primer. I got this in my Ipsy Glam box. It's like the best primer I've ever used. I feel like I say that about like every new product that I get, but this primer is amazing. It makes my face like super glowy. I have like a darker complexion and I'm Italian, so we have just like darkness. And so I have like dark spots or dark circles, like everything. So that helps. A little bit of extra glow helps. And then I use my blender ball to put on my Maybelline Fit Me foundation. So I have linked this before, but there's literally people watching me right now. It's so uncomfortable. But this is a really low cost, great foundation option. I have been using it for a while now and I am obsessed with it. I think that's like my third bottle. So that being said, I used my blender bottle to put that on. Some people use their hands to put their foundation on, or like a foundation brush. It works better for me to use my blender ball, whatever, you guys know what I mean. Okay, so now I'm going to use, and I have a makeup brush haven of like 10,000 makeup brushes. So if it takes me a while to find the one I'm looking for, just like fast forward. So I'm going to use my Pixie Correction Concentrate Brightening Peach. I know that I've already linked this to you guys and showed y'all how amazing this is. It's so good. So I'm going to take this. It's the peach color. I also have the Elf Corrective Color palette. I don't use this unless I'm getting like super glam because it takes a lot to do corrective color. I don't really have any like blemishes right now, and I don't really have any redness because I have been avoiding the sun at all costs. So I don't really have to use that, but I do still have dark circles. I am sleeping a little bit more, but I think I've probably slept on average like 4 to 5 hours a night this week. So like the dark circles are struggling. So I'm gonna use this and put it across my dark circles, kind of like you would just a normal concealer. And it's just gonna be like a base for, I'm gonna use my finger, a base for the concealer. You can use a brush. I usually use a brush for some reason. My eye is like really sensitive today. You can see how red they are from allergies. So I'm just gonna use my finger for this. And I put it on top of my eye too. I don't really know why. Just have it. Okay, so you can see that it's already like correcting the darkness under my eye. I then take my blender ball and Master Concealer by Maybelline. This is also an inexpensive concealer. And I just dab like an equal amount here. I always do this first. I know that like in contouring your face or putting concealer on your face, a lot of people do it all at the same time. But this is just such a problem area for me that I put focus on it and get it done and put my setting powder on to let it sit while I do the rest of my face. And when I was talking to myself earlier, I was saying that I'm an over blender because my OCD is just so bad. So I'm gonna try my best to not do that with the video. Like I was talking to myself and I think I blended my foundation for probably like 3 or 4 minutes with my ball. Like it's foundation cool chill. But okay, so you can see how bright it is. I then take my setting powder, which grew legs. Oh, here it is. Airspun, super cheap. I get mine on Amazon. You can get it at Target. You can get it anywhere. And then I set my concealer under my eyes. Going through my million makeup brushes currently. Okay, well, here we go. I could have like had these ready since I was like videoing, but you know, why do things that make sense? Okay, so I just like pack it on and I just let it sit while I do the rest of my face. I probably look a little goofy, but that's okay. Okay, so I do put it up here and I set it over here. Well, that's a lot. This would be a really good look. I look like a character from Game of Thrones. If you watch Game of Thrones, I feel like we would be really good friends. I'm super into it, and I haven't seen any of this season. So, yeah, I haven't talked about it on the blog at all. And I've seen like a lot of bloggers talk about it, and they don't get good responses from it. I don't know if it's like people just aren't into it, or I have a girlfriend who like hates watching, well, girlfriend, she's like my best friend, Erin, hates watching TV, and I feel like Game of Thrones is probably like the worst thing ever for someone who hates watching TV. I watched the entire first 7 or 8 seasons on maternity leave because I had nothing else to do except like be a mom. So I got through them really quick, but now that they're coming out like normal, I do not have an hour to sit and watch them. So I haven't seen them yet, and don't ruin anything. But stay tuned because I'm going to try to watch one soon and then probably talk about it. Okay, so I'm just going to rub the rest of the powder in around my entire face. Now, if you are planning to do like a glam eyeshadow look, you probably want to do that before you do your, like, all this get up. I don't usually do glam eyeshadow. I have like a natural crease in my eyelid that looks like I'm like wearing eyeshadow at all times. So it doesn't take a lot of eyeshadow personally for me. So I do my foundation first. I think Duke's gonna like creep his way into the video. He's just like lurking. Okay, so next I'm gonna do my blush. Oh, of course I left it in the drawer. Okay, so I did tell you guys that I used the balm. It's Stevie Nicks color. And I'm like a blush fanatic. I feel like a mom stuck in the 90s because I know that some people do not use blush, and it is just the wildest thing to me. Like I've tried to not use blush and go with just bronzer, and I'm like, it's just weird. I will stick to it forever. Like this is probably bright for most people, and I'm like, give me more. I love it so much. Okay, so I do that, and then I don't contour with, a lot of people use like a wet contour darkening stuff, whatever, you know what I mean. And do I have one of these brushes and do all that stuff. I do this for my nose, but I use powder because I don't like the look of all of the sharpness. I personally, literally there's a lady just standing here watching me, so it's awkward. But I personally prefer powder because it's a little bit more natural looking. I have like kind of a defined line already, so I don't want to like get extra. Now Duke's growling at her, so that's good. And I just put it like where a normal contour line would go. I guess it's like lunchtime or something because yeah, it's lunchtime. I'm just now getting up and getting ready. I usually work from home on Wednesdays, like in my bed for the first half of the day because work sucks, but I typically get ready around this time. I don't realize how many human beings just like walk around here, with it being the city. They just like kind of walk to and from work for lunch or whatever. So if you hear Duke growling, that is why. Okay, so now that that is done, I'm pretty much done with my face. Like it literally is that easy. You can see where the contour line comes in. I usually go over it all with the setting powder again, just to like kind of blend it a little bit more. But for the most part, like that's literally all I got for my face. For my eyes, I got this new palette in my Ipsy Glam box, and I don't like it, but that's just because I'm not like bold. Look at these colors. Like realistically, I could never wear blue eyeshadow. I don't even know to what place you would wear blue eyeshadow. I see people post about like their looks all the time, and they look so freaking cute. My girlfriend did Erin, I keep saying my girlfriend, did hot pink one day, and I was like, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen, and I'm just imagining myself with hot pink, and I don't, like people would be like, what are you doing? If I wore that to work, they already give me crap for wearing makeup. I work with a bunch of dudes, and they're like, why are you so rubies and ball gowns all the time? So if I wore that, they'd be like, what the heck? what I did was I used the sand dollar color, and I just covered the lower part of my eye. A lot of people do like their whole eye, but I really like the top staying bright, so I don't do that part. And then I take this brush. This is my absolute favorite. It's a Farah brush for my eyeshadow. And I use like pretty much everything. I have this really good Nomad color that I'm probably gonna use, but I do use my dupe Naked palette a lot too. This color is just like super bronzy. I'll show you guys. It's like a gold, bronze, brown. But like I said, a little goes a long way for me personally, so like that's all that I do. You may have to do like a higher pigmented eyeshadow. This one's pretty high, but the Naked palette, it's not like super high pigmented, so you may have to use a little bit more than me, or it may not be a good eyeshadow palette for you. Personally, it works for me just because I don't really need a lot. And then I use the white color on here, the glittery, shimmery, and I put that at the top. It's weird because I'm like looking in the mirror half the time and then looking in the phone, but whatever. Okay. Also, I feel like I don't have enough blush on. Like, I really did tell you guys that I am extra, so we're gonna put a little bit more. And I forgot my nose. So I have a big nose, I'm Italian, so if I forget to contour my nose, it is like the scariest thing. Like, some of my photos look so different because I contour my nose and sometimes I forget. So if you look at a photo and you're like, that does not look like her, it's probably because I forgot this part. Okay. So then I use, now this is, I cannot even try to take credit for this. This is a Wet n Wild highlighting powder that Erin actually mailed me. It's a really great low-cost highlighter, she said. I used to use the Mini Luxe highlighter. I actually still have it and still use it sometimes, but this one is like the most amazing highlighter ever. I'm obsessed with it. Sometimes I usually don't even use highlighter because it's just a little bit much, but with this one, it's like such a daily, I can wear it daily. So it's not super extra, and it's just, look how cute it is. I love it. And I put it above my lip and down my nose because big nose problems. Okay. And then I use a setting powder. Now, I still have the e.l.f. Illuminating Mist. I do not like it very much. Erin called it donkey spit, so I don't know if that's like a thing that makeup artists say, but that's what it feels like. However, I just hold it really far away and overspray, and then it gets it a little bit more even. So I'm gonna go for it. All right. I don't do anything to my eyebrows. So I've had a lot of people ask like what eyebrow filler product that I use. I do not use any. I have really dark eyebrows. The shape of them is just questionable some days. I do not do them myself. I posted my skincare routine and my little shaver, this thing. I think it was this one. Yeah, and one time I used that and shaved my eyebrow off. So, because it's an eyebrow shaper or whatever, yeah, it shaped it all right. It shaped it halfway off. So now that I've done that, I will use my eyeliner. Now, I don't know, okay, I don't know what's up with this drawer. Y'all are probably like, why are you banging around? I don't know where my Ioko one went. It's my favorite. This one's really good too. I've already linked these, but I can't find it, and I usually prefer that one, but for this, I'll just use this one, and I use like very little eyeliner. I have really dark lashes, really long lashes, so if I do a lot of eyeliner, it's just like in your face. So I just re-darken like basically my eye, my lash line. I don't do like the pointy stuff, cat eye, whatever you call it. I don't do any of that. It's just a little much for me. So yeah. These are my new lip liners that I got from my Ipsy Glam Box, and I really, really like them. It's made by Illamasqua. I think I have another product of theirs. I meant to put it on the skincare post, but I forgot. I'll have to look because it's probably somewhere in this little cart of mine. But I've been using this pink color. I'm gonna look at the actual color for you guys. It is Media, it's called Media. It came with a red as well. I'm not really a red lip kind of gal. I'll do it for a photo, but that's not it. And I go a little bit past my lip line. I also sometimes, oh, that was scary. I also sometimes use a MAC lip liner that I have. It's a light pink. Usually that's my daily one until I got this one. But this one is just so sassy. So, I do that. I don't fill it in because it's super pink. And then I go to my daily where I've already linked these. I'm sure you guys are probably like, okay, but how do I use them? If you're putting 3 things on my lips. I take the Les Chocolatas and I dab it. And then I just mix that. And it'll turn, it tastes like, well, it smells like chocolate. It doesn't really taste like chocolate. But it'll turn your lips like brown. But do not fear. Unless you like brown, because, hey, Stacy, my mom, in the 90s, wore brown, like bronze shimmer lipstick. Cannot remember who made it. It was either MAC or Clinique. And it was like her most prized possession. I would sneak into her bedroom when I was in like 6th grade and put it on before school. Brown, like straight up brown bronze gold. Scary look. And you know, if it works for you, it works for you. It did not work for me in 6th grade. I did not bring all the boys to the yard with it. But it may work for you. It works for Stacey. I don't think she wears it anymore. Okay, so that's the color you get when you mix the Kate Rimmel that I linked with the brown. And then I put my Lip Plump by Soap and Glory. I did tag this already too, over it. I always do mascara last, if you guys can't tell. I have to be very careful because my eyelashes are super long, like I told y'all. So I get like little black dots everywhere. Like they'll get like up on the white part because they get that long. And it's just so frustrating, so I have to be really careful. Okay, so last but not least is my Buxom, whatever, mascara. I love this stuff. I do mix this with another one. I used to wear fiber lashes, not every day, but a lot, and I still love those, but it's just not practical for my lashes. Like it made them so long. Like I would get asked every day if my eyelashes were fake, and they really irritate. I wear glasses like pretty much every day because I'm essentially blind. I can't wear contacts, so I have to wear glasses. I have an eye condition that is not fixed with contacts. It's like a whole nother story. So I have to wear glasses, and my eyelashes would like rub against the lenses when I wear the fiber lashes. So I still recommend those if you have shorter lashes, but for me, I have stopped using that essentially. Okay, so I use the Buxom. This is the, I think this is volumizing, maybe, or length. I don't remember. And I go over the top. I'm sure most of you guys do too. That's probably what gets me in my little dot trouble on my eyelids. I always have to re-go over my eyeshadow, so it's just part of life. And I do the bottom too. I know some people who don't put mascara on the bottom, and that's just fine, but I like am obsessed with the look where you can really see the bottom lashes. I think it just makes your eyes look so much bigger. I have little eyeballs, so it makes your eyes look so much bigger and so much cuter. So now I'm going to move to the Duce. It's the same brand as my eyeliner, and it's a Punk Volumizing Mascara. And I just put this over. The Buxom is like probably the best mascara I've ever used. It can make my eyelashes look a little bit thin, because it just separates all of your lashes. So I like this because it goes over and gets a little bit thick. Makes them a little bit darker. Gives you like that false eyelash looking look if you have eyelashes like mine. So you can see like my eyelashes have now touched my entire eyelid. Story of my life. And I use my brush, and it actually just blends the mascara back into the eyeshadow. If that happens. I don't worry about like going over with a wipe and trying to get it off. Like that I did that once in the car. I was at work in the parking garage and I got mascara everywhere. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just wipe it off. So I had a baby wipe, which, like, if you are not able to access a face makeup wipe, baby wipes are like the universal wipe for everything that you need in all of your life. I actually, before I came to my vanity to do this video, I was doing it on the floor because it's just more comfortable and I'm tired. And I spilled my Starbucks coffee all over the floor. And the only thing I could find, like, immediately was the pack of baby wipes that Nolan decided to bring into my bedroom this morning. And I used those and it cleaned it like you can't even tell the carpet had coffee spilled on it. So that being said, if you need to wipe makeup off in the car, use a baby wipe, but do it carefully. I wiped it and like caught onto my eyelash and wiped like mascara across this part of my face. I had to wipe all that off, so I wiped like a chunk of my makeup off, and like y'all saw me without makeup, you can tell, and I had no makeup in the car. I mean, and it's like a minute drive, but I was already late because I'm just like perpetually late as a person. So I had to go into work with a chunk taken out of my makeup. The most embarrassing thing ever. Random story, but that's what a baby wipe can do to you. It can ruin your life. People were like, were you crying in the car? I'm like, no, basically, actually, because now I look dumb. Okay, that's all I got. Y'all got ready with me. I was gonna do my hair, but so like I haven't washed my hair in 6 days now. Also, you can see my lips are starting to plump, thank goodness, because I have like tiny little lips. But I haven't washed my hair in 6 days. I have been really good about that. I used to wash it every day. Then I'm trying to grow it out. I'm sure you guys could see in my last post, my roots are cray. Like, they are so dark. I have really naturally dark hair, obviously. My eyebrows are like black. But this is a really long video. But I haven't washed it. I'm redoing my extension, so I think I'm gonna wash it right before I do my get ready hair video with you guys, but my extensions are still being shipped, so I'm waiting for those to come in. They should be here tonight, and that way I can do the get ready video with you guys in the morning before I head to work. Oh yeah, I need to show you guys how I put in my extensions too. Maybe I'll do that tonight and just post it another day for anyone interested in extensions, because these are, like, I just haven't been super nice to them. They're still in, you can see one right there. They're still in, but I didn't take very good care of them, so I'm gonna be much more careful with the next pair. And it's gonna take a little bit to get these out. I will post a removal post for you guys. I'm not gonna do it on a video because I'm kind of a baby. So if I start to pull my hair and cry, I don't wanna do it on a video. So I'll tell you guys if what I'm going to use works, if you are interested in getting extensions or doing your own tape-ins. That way you can remove them on your own as well. I, like, no joke, just sometimes pull them out and put them back in, and that's not really the best method. So I'm ready. I'm probably gonna go try to do things. Probably gonna try to work. I hope that I helped you guys with makeup. I don't know that I did anything like astronomical, but I'll link all the makeup that I use again for you guys, and the new stuff that I've gotten. I am obsessed. Everything's just so easy. That took me like not very long, and I did a lot of talking, so if you can imagine how quick it would have been had I been quiet. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. We made it to hump day. We're almost through the week. And stay tuned. I'm gonna get everything posted this week. I feel like I've been telling you guys I'm gonna do all these things, so I'm trying to deliver on those promises and just get it all done in 1 week. And if you haven't followed my bestie, Erin, on Instagram, she did just start a lifestyle blog. She's my makeup guru, skincare guru, and y'all should go follow her. It's glam_ordinary mom. Okay? All right. Love y'all. Bye.